Right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this Tuesday afternoon stretch break, your last Tuesday stretch break until 2021. My name is Jazzy, health fitness specialist with Access at Autodesk, and we're going to go ahead and get started with some stretches. So, if at any point in time you feel like there's something that you need stretched out or an area of your body that needs a little extra attention, feel free to drop that in the chat box, and I'll add that to the lineup of stretches today. But we are going to be starting off with a nice chest opening stretch and doing some more upper body stretches as well, because we did focus a little more on lower body this morning. So that's kind of our goal for today. So we can go ahead and get started, and we can do this first one in either a seated or standing position, whatever is going to feel best for you today. But what we're going to do is we're going to take our fingers, we're going to interlace them behind our back, and we are going to push our knuckles towards the ground. Oh, my chest definitely just cracked. So what we're going to do then is we're going to push our knuckles towards the ground and pull our chest open. So we should feel this all through the front of our chest as we feel it starts to open up. And we're going to have a slight arch in our back to really get the most out of this stretch. And then we can take our gaze up towards the ceiling. So if that's a little too hard on your neck, you can look forward, but still getting a nice little neck stretch by tilting that chin up. We're going to inhale nice and deep into our chest. Nice, long, slow exhales. Feeling everything open up here. A nice counteracting stretch to our position for a lot of the day as we sit at our desks on the computer. So this is a nice way to counteract that. And on our next exhale, we're going to go ahead and go into a nice forward fold while keeping our fingers interlaced. So slowly bending forward, keeping the back as flat as we can until we need to round it. And still having our fingers interlaced here, feeling that stretch through the shoulders, through the chest. And we're also now adding a nice little hamstring stretch into here. So getting a nice little total body stretch going. Again, counteracting our normal position for the day. And on the next exhale, we can gently release our hands. And we're going to bring them to the ground, and we're going to make our way actually now to our hands and our knees. So nice and slowly making our way down, knees below the hips and hands below the shoulders. And what we're going to do here is we're going to do some reach through. So I'm going to take my right hand first. I'm going to reach through my right arm and my right leg, and I'm going to place my head on the ground. Actually move my camera here. So my head is on the ground, my hand is on the ground. I'm pushing the back of my hand into the ground, and I'm pulling away with my upper back. So we should start to feel this stretch right underneath the shoulder blade of the arm that's on the ground. And we're taking nice big inhales into the chest to feel that upper back stretch. And if you would like an extra little chest opener here, you can take that hand that's on the ground. So I'll take my left hand, and you can go ahead and wrap that around your body and tuck it in the crease of your hip. So we're now getting a nice little chest stretch through that, and we're getting a nice upper back stretch. So we're really getting the most out of this in our upper body right now. Still taking nice big deep breaths into the chest. And we're gonna do one more big inhale. And a nice long slow exhale. Go ahead and place our top hand back on the ground. So left hand on the ground and then right hand. So now we're back in that quadruped position on our hands and our knees. And we're going to switch to the other side. So I'm not going to take my left hand. I'm going to reach through in between my right arm and my right leg, placing my head on the ground, pushing into the ground with my left hand, pulling away with my upper back. So again, feeling that stretch right here on the back of our shoulder blade, counteracting well, not really counteracting. We're stretching out the muscles that are usually being overstretched during the day. Nice big deep inhales into the chest. Long, slow exhales, calming our bodies down. And again, if you would like to add in that chest stretch, go ahead and take your right hand now or your opposite hand and tuck that behind your back into that crease in your hip. So getting a nice chest stretch, a nice back stretch. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take one more big inhale. And a nice long slow exhale. We're going to go ahead and place that hand back on the ground. And return to our quadruped position. And from here, we're going to go ahead and move on to our side. So I'm going to lay down on my side. I'm going to lay on my left side first for reference. And we're going to do my personal favorite, the pretzel stretch. So this is a nice total body stretch, getting the spine open and a nice little chest opening stretch as well. So I'm on my side. I'm going to take my top leg. So my right leg is going to come across my body, my knee and my foot, like the whole leg is on the ground. Take my bottom hand, which is my left hand, place that on top of my right knee. And then I'm going to take my top hand, my right hand, and grab the foot or the ankle of the bottom foot. And if you need a towel, you can go ahead and wrap a towel around your ankle if you can't reach that yet. And from there, we're going to lay flat on the ground. So we're going to open up. The goal here is to get both shoulders, our entire upper back, on the ground. And it is totally okay if we're not there yet. The goal is to eventually get there if we do the stretch every so often, but we should start to feel the stretch in our chest and our back. Get a nice little rotation through that spine and the low back, and feeling a nice quad stretch in the bottom leg here. As always, you can breathe into your chest for a little bit of an extra chest opener. If you would like to focus a little bit more on your hips, you can take some nice big deep belly breaths. So directing your inhales where you need the most attention will drive where you get the most out of this stretch. Let's go ahead and take one more big inhale. And a nice long slow exhale. And go ahead and release that bottom leg. And we can go ahead and flip over onto our other side. So now I'll be on my right side. And same thing. So top leg is going to come across the body, knee and foot on the ground, bottom hand on top of that knee. And then we'll take the top hand, grab the foot or ankle of the bottom leg, and then we'll go ahead and open up. So as we twist open, we want to make sure that the top knee is still on the ground. So that's why our hand is there to kind of help us get into this position. And again, you can focus your breath in the area you need it. So breathing into the chest to feel a little bit more of a chest stretch. Nice big deep belly breaths to focus on our hips today. As you can see, my shoulders are both not touching the ground, so if yours aren't either, totally okay. But we really do want to kind of push a little bit through the stretch, try and get as close as we can. And every time we do it, we'll just get a little bit closer and closer. Baby steps at a time, getting 1% better every time we do the stretch. And let's go ahead and do one more big inhale. And a nice, long, slow exhale. We can release our bottom leg. And we can, I think this is the easiest way to get up is going onto your stomach, to your hands and your knees, and eventually onto your feet. And let's go ahead and take a few seconds to get up. So we're going to start at the bottom and we're going to roll up nice and slow. Head, neck, and shoulders are going to be the last thing to come up. Once they're up, let's go ahead and just do one nice big shoulder roll backwards. And go ahead and do one more forwards. Get both directions in there. And we can shake anything else out we need to. And that will conclude today's stretch break. Thank you all so much for coming. And don't forget, we do have our boot camp class with Luis tomorrow at 12 and another stretch break at 3 with Brittany. And as a reminder, we do not have classes that are live for the next 2 weeks. So go ahead, head over to our YouTube channel or our SharePoint site. We'll take you to our YouTube channel and you can watch some old stretch breaks and some old group exercise classes and still get your workouts in while we are resting and getting some much needed relaxation. So I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Thank you all for coming, and I'll see you soon.